Gex 3, I see. Gex fucking 3. Gex 3, Enter the Gecko. My experience with it, but we're gonna watch this too.
And that's how the mayor got his pants back. What's this? Ladies and gentlemen, I've just been getting some late breaking news. Special Agent Extra, head of the TV Terrorist Defense Unit, and star of many of my private dreams, is apparently missing. Terry Springer. Agent Extra was last seen wearing 8-inch pumps and a red bathing suit. Her current whereabouts are unknown.
Agent Extra? You poor kidnapped bitch.
Hey, Tiger. Guess where I am? Trapped in the media dimension. Rez is back and he's kidnapped me to get to you. He's attacking your secret island gang.
Hey, speaking of secrets, you want to see my...
Gex, quit clowning around. Get me out of here. This place is giving me the creeps. Just dial me in.
You are now being so connected, though.
Gex, listen up. Keep your watch on at all times so I can call you. Meanwhile, get me out of here. I need you.
Yeah, you and every other government agent tracked the TV set. I'm on my way. Shlameen, Shlamaza. Hey, continuous. Let's get ready for the ultimate gecko weapon, baby. Yeah.
Alright, so when did I get into Gex 3? I decided to play Gex 3, like, not immediately after Gex 2, because if you guys remember my Gex 2 video and why I talked about how Gex 2 burnt me out in a lot of ways. It burnt me out because, like, I wasn't used to playing games that are similar to Super Mario 64, you know what I mean? Like, other than, like, Banjo Tooie, because that was, like, probably the only game at that point that I played that was, like, similar to Super Mario 64. Like, no other game I played other than Banjo Tooie, obviously, that were games that were similar to Super Mario 64 in some aspects. So, when I played Gex 2, I was liking it, but then, you know, things got a little bit samey and repetitive, and I didn't mention this in my Gex 2 video, but basically another reason why I stopped playing that game was because the levels were repeating themselves. Like, the themes of the levels were repeating themselves over and over and over and over and over again. Think of Crash Bandicoot, but, like, when you would only see, let's say this, right? There's 5 different themes in Crash Bandicoot. You got your forest, you got your factories, you got your beaches, and you got your freaking beach outskirts, and then you got your other shit. So just imagine, like, those 4 themes repeating for, like, every single spot. That's why I stopped playing Gex 2, and on top of that, the objectives were, like, repeating themselves over and over and over and over and over again. So that's why I also stopped playing Gex 2. Gex 3, on the other hand, when I got into Gex 3, I knew Gex 3 was going to be different than Gex 2, because Gex 3, Enter the Gecko, basically doesn't have the same problems as Gex 2. Like, all the levels that you see in Gex 3 are completely unique, and they don't repeat too often. in comparison to Gex 2 when it was running out of ideas in terms of levels and designs and so on and so forth. Don't get me wrong, I love visiting the same places in video games sometimes, but a part of me really dislikes it when it's super often. Like, that's like taking... By the way, what's up, Renee? I saw you in here. My bad for not commenting on anything earlier. It's just... Let me get a shirt. I'm gonna wear the same Yu Yu Hakusho shirt. I mean, it doesn't smell? No, it doesn't smell that bad. Or it doesn't smell... I can't smell my own shirt, so... Fuck it, it's not that bad. I take it off when I really sweat anyway, so... Or even when I think I'm about to sweat. But anyways, so then what are, like, my problems, right? What are, like, my problems with Gex 3, okay? So, my problems with Gex 3 is mainly, like, I think, like, my mindset on Gex 3. So I'm going to explain this, right? So, I'm about to upload tons of shorts because I'm about to stream as well. Like, I want to talk about this. This is my mindset we're talking about. It's not Gex's character that I have a problem with like other people do in terms of... Because a lot of people talk about Gex's character like, oh, he's sexist, he's racist with his jokes. He's also transphobic because he makes fun of trans people and gay people and all sorts. He does all sorts of crazy stuff, right? He says all sorts of crazy things and inappropriate things that just cannot slide in today's landslide, right? And me, right, I had no problem with any of that, all right, when playing Gex. That's not my problem. My problem is just like the title suggests and how it sort of reminds me of Banjo Tooie. This game feels like it's too fucking much for me. And I don't know if it's because I don't like... I don't know if it's because of, like, how big... Because, like, some of these levels, right? Some of these levels that I'm playing, right? Like, the first two, Holiday Broadcasting, like, the first snow level, and the Mystery TV, those levels were perfect. I love the length of those. They weren't too long, and the missions that they had within those levels are actually pretty fire. Which I'll show you the snow level and stuff like that, right? So, Holiday Broadcast, that's what the snow level is actually called. And there's like 3 objectives per shit, obviously, for obvious reasons. Right? So, I don't know why, but I like exploring levels. Right, I love the snow level and stuff, and then also the Clueless, the Mystery TV, which the Mystery TV's theme is fucking straight peaking. I love the length of these, right? The length is perfect. It's not too big, it's not too small, it's just right. And I think that's actually my problem with... I think this could probably expand more than just Gex, but I think that was one of the big issues I had with Banjo Tooie, if you guys remember. The worlds felt too fucking big for me to explore, and I kind of felt, not intimidated, but more like I felt not wanting to play the game anymore. That is like the biggest reason why Gex 3 did not, I couldn't complete any of these Gex games, is Gex 2. Gex 2 was repetitive in terms of level themes, but the music for Gex 2 was so fire, especially that hub world. But Gex 3 also succeeds in the music department. I love Gex's music. And I also love Gex's voice actor and his voice for the English version, which I'm going to spend some time talking about that, but we'll get there in a minute. But like I said, Mystery TV, this level right here is perfect. I love this one. The music was awesome. I did get confused on like 1 or 2 of the objectives, but other than that, like, I loved Mystery TV. It was actually a fun level to go through, and I wasn't thinking about... I want to quit this game. I don't feel like completing this game, because I started feeling like this a lot last night. And the past few days, or the past few games I've been playing, I just felt like not wanting to complete them or finish them, but still like kind of talk about them on video and get my thoughts about it, because I feel like there's people out there that could relate, or there's somebody that can, you know, be like, okay, I see why you didn't want to complete this. right? I probably would say war is heck. Onward with the war is heck, which is another level. War is heck. Basically, it's a theme about war. Conquer did the same idea. Western Station and just Onward just felt like too much for me. Like Anime Channel and Superhero Show and all this just felt like too much. It felt like I shouldn't be playing this at all. And I don't know if it's because of like, and I know the mindset is important in terms of like what you're getting into, but a part of me, and I'm gonna say this because I told Chris this and I don't want to lie, a part of me just feels like Super Mario 64 and maybe Banjo 1 are like the exceptions for me because of their world terrain. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't feel too big 90% of the game. I can tell you, like, there was 1 or 2 times in Banjo-Kazooie, the original game, that I can tell you that it is too big. Like, Clanker's Cavern and the whole underwater bit sucks. And it's early in that game, which also sucks. But, yeah, part of me just felt like a lot of this shit is too much. And I shouldn't be doing that. You know what I mean? I shouldn't be experiencing something like this, you know. And another video that I watched, you want feet? Here, I'll give you some feet. Feet. There you go. There's some feet. But oh my fucking god. But what's up, brother? Hezzy like the for real. What's up, bro? How you doing? But Super Mario World is the best Mario soundtrack ever. Hey, that's actually a pretty good opinion right there. Super Mario World do got a banger ass soundtrack. But and we talked about that game already. I think I've made a video. No, I made a video on Super Mario 3D All Stars plus Super Mario World. So yeah, that was all in that video. But that is like overall, like a lot of these levels again in Gex 3 just feel like they're way too much for me. And I feel like games like Super Mario 64 is like the perfect way you should do, for me anyway, the perfect way for me in these 3D world-like environments. They are small, condensed areas that have a lot in them to explore, but like it's not so overwhelming as well to like do the fucking objective. Now I know I probably should have grown, and I know there's some biasism in there because I did grow up with Super Mario 64 and played it throughout most of my lifetime, so I know all the stars, I know all the locations, so on and so forth, but it just feels that way with Gex 3 anyway. Like, it feels that way to me, that it's too fucking much in comparison to like Super Mario 64 or Super Mario Galaxy or fucking Super Mario Sunshine even. At least I know what the fuck I'm doing there in comparison to Gex 3's worlds right here. But enough about that. Let's compliment Gex's voice actor. You know, I want to talk about this. Gex's voice acting, right? So I want to talk to you guys about this because every single Gex reviewer in the modern day or back then when people were reviewing this game, a lot of people say Gex's English voice for the US release of Gex 2 or Gex 1, Gex 2, and Gex 3. They all say his voice actor is fucking annoying. And I never understood this criticism. Like, as somebody who's played all 3 Gex games for a bit, I can't stop doing his voice. I can't stop doing his original English.
Please press what?
Like, I'm telling you, I can't stop doing it. You know what I mean? Like, Donnie Glode's Gex, I think, is the peakest version of Gex, in my opinion. Like, because look, I'll show you. This is Gex. This is Donna Gourd's Gex, the one that's the English voice of Gex. The US release Gex, here. This is like a comparison video, yes, I know. But I want to bring this up, because I didn't bring it up in Gex 2.
It all started so simply. I had just finished my usual morning routine of nude funkercise, fired up the Barca Lounger, grabbed a quick bite to eat, and prepared to watch some serious tubes. Little did I know, my snack was sent by Rez. Lock and load, little lizard. Now, this place has all I want for the Dick Clark special. Like the slide, boys. Nice touch. Ah, Detroit.
It's retiring from the public eye.
See, and then when you hear Leslie Phillips, right? Here's it's coming from the perfect eye. That's what he sounds like. Look.
I have resigned myself to a life of sleep. For 2 years, I started my day watching supermarkets sweep. Days, then weeks, turned into one long sorry.
And don't get me wrong, Leslie Phillips is a good Gex, but like, it's just not. I don't think of Gex as some laid-back old-timer that has this type of voice. Apparently, almost everybody that has played the US and PAL versions of Gex 2 and 3, they fucking hate Donna's performance of Gex, and I don't understand it because I love it. That's the voice I love to impersonate whenever I think of Gex. That is Gex to me. Like, not Leslie, but the other dude. The first dude I think of is Gex to me. That is Gex. Not these other people, okay? Like, you know, I started going somewhere, you know. You know, like, think about it. To me, that's Gex. From the US release, like, every review I watched hates the fuck out of Gex's voice. And when I think of a character like Gex that does references and all this other sort of stuff, I think of the US released Gex. I don't think of any other Gex. And you might be wondering, well, Alex, you never played the PAL version of Gex 2 or 3, so you can't say anything. I don't need to say it. I don't need to play those games just to have an opinion on the voice actor. Okay, buddy? On the voices in question. And then also, a lot of people also find Gex's voice to be annoying. What? Gex is funny. Like Gex, like, oh god, like, and I know I kind of turned this review around and turned into a Gex voice acting video, but I didn't want to make another short about it and be like, this is how I feel about Gex's voice actor, right? And even Gex from, were you thinking of somebody else? You know, when they announced his games are coming back or something like that. But I don't know how you guys can find Gex's voice so annoying to the point you guys go to your guys' TV or the settings, you mute the game sound, and you listen to just the music while playing because you guys hear Gex saying quotes all the time, and people think that's annoying. I'm sitting there like, dude, this just makes Gex more like, I don't know, more interesting, because you don't hear Banjo spit one-liners, of course, because he's a bear, so he doesn't really speak that much. But, I don't know, in comparison to these other platform characters, that's what makes Gex so fucking cool to me, in my opinion, is his voice. Yes, and sure, yes, I know he says offensive jokes and offensive things towards, you know, things about transphobic people and gay people. I know he says tons of fucked up shit, right? But if you just don't get offended by it, it's just a joke, by the way. What's Gex? Gex is a fucking lizard, okay? A platforming character lizard that basically does a lot of references to old media from the 90s. That is Gex. That is like the shortest description I can give you of Gex. But anyways, let's stop talking about Gex's voice actor for like 5 minutes, because I spent 5 minutes talking about it, and let's listen to that soundtrack. So, when I was playing Gex 3, I think the best thing about Gex, other than his gameplay, which his gameplay is pretty interesting and pretty good, when it's not overwhelming the fuck out of me, is its soundtrack. Also, the lady you guys saw in the opening movie, in the opening act, is a porn star. Wanted to let people know that, because, Gex 3 was fucking weird. Okay. But anyways, let's listen to the music, you know. This is Clueless in Seattle, aka the Mystery TV level. That is a deodorant ad. it actually, like, this theme, right? It actually sounds like you're doing detective work, or it sounds like you're trying to sneak around a place. That's what Clueless in Seattle makes me think. And then we got Totally Scrooge, which is like the first level. Which obviously is like your cartoon world, so on and so forth. Dial for Arson. AKA your fucking regular freaking theme. But one of my favorite themes, I think, in the entire game is Western Station. As you guys know, the reason why Western Station might be my favorite theme in the entire game, other than, like, Clueless in Seattle, is because I love desert music. I love like cowboy type beat, type energy, because, you know, I'm a Texan. My birthplace was Texas, so, like, I don't know if it's because of that, but what runs through my fucking bones, you know, when I hear a desert theme or some type of cowboy beat or something about the desert and it having like a type of beat, like, and sure, the Western Station may have been a little bit too much for me as a level, but, like, I stayed in it because I remember the music kind of kept me coming back, kind of kept me going in a way. Also, like the video. I see no one that's liked this video so far, and there was 5 people in this bitch. What the fuck's up with y'all? Why aren't y'all liking the video? Like the video. Like the video for my mustache. Like the video for my fucking face. I don't fucking know, alright? But other than Gex's OST for Gex 3, I do enjoy, like, the boss battles. You know, they're cool. I'm not really gonna show them off or show the rest of the game off and shit, because this is kind of like my review and my experience with it, and I didn't really get too far before just kind of stopping. And again, I don't know if it's just me not being used to the idea of playing a fucking Mario 64-like game that isn't Mario 64 or Banjo Kazooie or something like that. But I remember Chris was telling me, dude, it's like your mindset. Your mindset's got to be in it. And it's like, I'm like partly in it when it comes to Gex's gameplay or what the fuck is going on. I don't know. And also as well, I think another problem I have when playing Gex games is, like, the objectives aren't really clear to me. When it gets to some of the harder stuff, right? Like, the objectives aren't really clear to me. Another thing I also really liked was the pirate level in Gex 3. I also love the pirate level and its theme, which I'm going to put on its theme. I got to find it. I think it was Buccaneer Program, or... No, it wasn't Marsupial Madness. I think it was Buccaneer Program. Hold on, let me try to find it really quick. For a soundtrack. Yep. By the way, because I'm not going to lie, when I heard Gex 3's music, soundtrack, beautiful music even, I loved it. I love this pirate vibe, because not a lot of platformers do the whole pirate thing well, or at least, like, pirate aesthetic type thing well. But other than that, yeah, I thought Gex was just an okay game series. I know I didn't finish any of the games, and I know people are probably upset with me for not finishing the games, but here's another thing, right, that I'm going to tell you guys. And I wanna let you guys know about that. You can't complete every single game that you see, or every single game that you play. You're not gonna complete every single one. And even as a perfectionist, a completionist gamer has to realize that every game you come in contact with, you're not going to complete every single game you come in contact with 100% or even just to the end. Some games are meant to be played once and put them the fuck down. You know what I mean? And that's kind of how I felt with like all the Gex games in one way or another because of one reason or another. Gex 1, I couldn't. You have to actually get the TV remote, and the locations of those TV remotes to even pass level fucking 1 is ridiculous. Gex 2 has repeated level theme ideas, which annoyed the fuck out of me, and also the game was kind of dragging out in my opinion. So that's Gex 2's problem. And Gex 3's problem is this kind of similar to Gex 2 with the levels feeling a bit too much. Level themes I'm not completely understanding when going into stages, which kind of leads to me not really enjoying the stage or allowing me to enjoy the stage to its fullest. Slash like other things that like I mentioned with Gex 3 I have a problem with, which is why I just didn't bother to complete this game. The completionist, that one guy who stole a lot of money from a charity, yeah. Well, no, not the completionist. I'm talking about being a completionist, like completing the entire game all the way through, like 100% completion type shit. You know, that's what I'm talking about in terms of that. Alan, I'm making another video. That's what's up, Owen. I hope you continue making videos and go on your own YouTube adventure. But that's just my opinion on Gex. You know, Gex 3. I know there's tons of people out there that really want Gex to be remade and fixed to the ground up, which I believe Gex can come back. You know, Gex 4 can actually be a fucking thing, you know, but instead of Gex himself, it's gonna be like Gex Jr., you know, kind of like the prototype was, but like his father is kind of guiding Gex around being his Alfred, you know, from Gex 3, because Gex 3 also had his own Alfred type beat, and also the references to Austin Powers is so apparent in James Bond. It's amazing. I love Gex the character, because Gex kind of, in my eyes anyway, he kind of symbolizes what I want to be in a way, kind of, right? Not like making a lot of sex jokes in terms of making fun of people, because I know what doesn't slide and what does now, but, or not now, but I've always known that. But, like kind of that cool guy that loves pop culture, that loves old stuff. I don't know, he kind of, I don't know, Gex in that regard kind of speaks to me. Like, in terms of, like, loving old stuff and so on, so on. I know I repeated myself. My apologies. I don't like repeating myself in these videos too often, because I know most of you guys are like, yep. Okay, Alan. You said it 4 times right now, like, out of 10, until, like, I want to click off the vid. But, with all seriousness, Gex 3, do I recommend Gex 3? I recommend it to people that want to play a game that is like Crash Bandicoot and Super Mario 64, mesh it together, and you have Gex 3, and same with Gex 2. You know, for anyone that wants to play these games, I do recommend them, but I recommend trying to find a copy first, and if you legit can't find any good priced Gex 3 Deep Cover Gecko copies, then I would recommend emulation as like the very last resort. Like if you have no money, you know, you can't buy anything, you know, you're a kid or something, then maybe emulation might be the way to go with these games, because you clearly can't play Gex 1, 2, or 3 on PlayStation's online subscription service. You can't play them on any modern hardware, which is kind of trash in my opinion. Or you have to get a PS3 and then put the PS1 disc in there for Gex 3, because they're all PlayStation 1 games and stuff, so that's what you're going to have to do. Other than that, then emulate it. But, yeah, I think that's going to be like my only review for today, because I did 3 streams, and I hope you guys enjoyed my streams. I don't know what I'm going to post as a short. I'm not really feeling iPhone right now. I'm kind of feeling tablet shorts, you know, voiceovers and stuff. So I'll probably give that to you guys today. And I hope you guys all have a great day. Like, comment, subscribe, favorite, share it with your friends, and let me know what your favorite Gex game is. My favorite is probably... It's kind of tough because I do like all three for their own different reasons, but if I had to choose like my favorite, it was probably Gex 2, mainly due to the fucking theme, like I'm putting it on. Look, since I'm going to be done with Gex after this video because there's no, I don't know, there's going to be, I hope it gets remade, but like, no, bro. Give me that hub world. Give me that hub theme for Gex 2. Just give it to me. Give it to me right now. Just give it to me. Just fucking lay it. No. Nope. Just lay it on me. Just lay it the fuck on me. I'm sorry, but using James Bond as a hub theme, bro. And I love the James Bond movies, which I probably should make a my experience on the James Bond movies. Okay, I should probably just fucking stop. But you know what? To end this video, because we have a trend of doing this with Gex videos. It's time for them fucking quotes, bro, from my boy Gex. Gex 3 quotes. Also, if I ever do talk about Gex again, I might make videos on like the N64 version of the game. So maybe, possibly. So maybe this isn't the end for Gex. In terms of like me making videos on the boy Gex. You know, Gex. It's Gex. That's what it almost sounds like to me whenever I hear it. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, I legit, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm a sucker for bugs. Bam! Good, good, good. I eat you. Another bug in my gut. Kibbles and bits, kibbles and bits. TVs instead of potatoes. That's the sweet stuff, darling. I'm getting my fill of TV. Can I supersize this? Swinging, baby. Big hurt. That is one powerful piece of machinery. Tag you. My tail says hello. She what? Gotta love the tail. My tail doesn't like you. Somebody's gotta do it. Show me the money, baby. How do you like me now? Swinging for the fences, baby. My tail doesn't like you. Forget about it. This is from Mr. Sinatra. Karate chop. Gecko chop, baby. Yeah. Nap time. Eat this. Lights out. Night, night, baby. Yeah. Hit me. Go on. Hit me. I am the greatest. Whoops aside your head. Time to go postal. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Hey, forget about it. Tongue-tastic. Lick. Tongue slapped. Snagged it. I just sit home. Is that deductible? I'm all about the Benjamins. Money, 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 money. This is Gex calling, Dollface. Star 69 me, baby. Hello, delicious. This is More calling Orson. Come in, Orson. Extra where needed. I'm out of here. My job here is done. Engage. Now that, my friends, is how it's done. Awesome, baby. I am just that good. It's in the hole. Extra, you're gonna love this. I'd like to dedicate this one to a little lady called Extra. Hey, Extra! Did you see that? It was me. Yes! Now she can't resist me. Don't say I never did anything for you, Extra. Captain, I found the dilithium crystals. Sharko, bro. Look at a 211 in progress, baby. I need this. I'll take one of those and some of these. Now cut that out. Cut, stunt gecko. Warp core breach is imminent, Captain. Easy. Damn it, Jim. I'm a doctor, not a pincushion. You never knock me down.
Gex would be Deadpool's pet, I swear to God.
Goodbye, Miss